finally happened. I posted some hate speech the other day. I've gone after Herbalife, I've gone after Huel, and today I'm going after TRX and kettlebells. Surprisingly, the people whose jimmies were rustled by this were the people who exclusively train with the TRX and have no results to speak of. There was even a person with a TRX in his profile picture, so I mean, if that's your defining personality characteristic, it's quite difficult to argue with you. The funny thing is, we sometimes use TRX for ourselves or our clients if they're travelling or if they're training in a pinch. The key is using the right tool for the job. Good old Wild Hallian has summarised this perfectly, which is, if I'm sweeping a driveway, I want to use the big wide brush. I don't want to use a paintbrush. A paintbrush is useful in itself, but not to sweep a driveway with. And honourable mention to Casper, thanks for raising the tone of the conversation. I picked TRX here, but I'm being harsh. I mean, there's 1,000 ways to waste your time in the gym. So let's look at kettlebells, because they're a bit more popular. If you imagine kettlebell and the barbell were sports coaches, and you look at their track record, who's the barbell produced? He's got a pretty good track record. Every Olympic athlete, every bodybuilder, every powerlifter has built the foundation of their progress with a barbell. And if you look at Mr. Kettlebell, who's he produced? A decent chunk of fanatical vegans with shoulder injuries. Don't hate the player. Oh, but kettlebells are functional. Yeah, I wish I was functional. I really do, rather than just that unfunctional barbell muscle that you build. Also got this response. Yes, they have. The TRX brings tremendous value when you know how to use it. Strength isn't just what you can lift, but it's what you can resist in different planes, Doctor. He's right. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I think, if only I could resist things in different planes. Also, I saw that. My PhD in gender studies was hard-earned, thank you very much. Now, regardless of what I say here, the Kettlebell Brigade are still going to be very cross about what I've said, and they'll come in with their pitchforks and their keyboards, but the point here is not to avoid anything. It's the same as free weights versus machines or cardio versus lifting. You don't have to pick one over the other. It's a false equivalence to do that. For example, kettlebells are great if you want to waste your time or if you want to get a shoulder injury as quick as possible. I jest, but the reason that we recommend barbells is because of the options that it gives you. Your progress is determined by progressive overload, total volume over time, and you can control that most precisely with a barbell. Obviously there's downsides too. They're not very portable, they're fatiguing, there's a learning curve compared to machines, but to wrap your identity up in a training modality just because it looks cool or because it's a bit alternative, that makes it more of a hobby or a lifestyle choice rather than actually being interested in results, whereas we're actually interested in getting you into better shape rather than changing your religion. The error here is thumbing something in just because you identify with it. It's the same as vegans or keto or any kind of extreme diet choice doing a post hoc rationalization to try and justify that it's healthier for them. They've already decided to follow the diet and then they try and match the evidence to it later. It's just confirmation bias. People look for things which confirm their view because it's too painful to shatter our own structures of our identity to move forward towards truth. So I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Please prove me wrong. If you can find a bodybuilder who's built his physique using a TRX, or an elite powerlifter who's got to their total using a kettlebell, then please send them my way. Not someone who's done 20 years of barbell lifting and then did a photo shoot with the kettlebell. That doesn't count. Anyway, if you're more interested in getting into better shape than being swept along with all of the time-wasting fads, then start by having a look at this playlist.